here right now with Dr. McCombs. Dr. McCombs, we got your back. Dr. McCombs is the foremost authority in the world on Candida yeast. It is probably one of the most misdiagnosed, not diagnosed diseases anywhere in America. It's epidemic. If you've taken any antibiotics, that means you have a Candida yeast overgrowth, and that absolutely categorically is leading to other diseases or symptoms which are being treated with drugs and all types of craziness, and none of it's going to help unless you get rid of the Candida. Doctor, what is the solution that you have found? What are people using to solve this Candida problem, and how is it different than what your approach is?
Well, my approach is a 16-week dietary program that I developed to reverse the effect of antibiotics and eliminate the systemic Candida problem, or assist the body in eliminating it. Many people out there will use medications which add toxicity to the body, or are usually toxic to the liver, and so create other problems for the body. And this is a problem that was created by medication in the first place. So adding more medication or more chemicals to the body isn't the solution.
Well, isn't that the standard approach by MDs? They give you a drug, that drug causes a problem, and then they give you another drug to try to solve that.
Yeah, and that's how they're trained. That's it's kind of how they're brought up through the medical profession. I refer to today's medical doctor as kind of the flight attendant of the medical profession. They run down the hallways tossing out bags of medications like they're peanuts or something.
Well, it keeps the profits flowing in. Let's give the guy a drug, it causes a problem, then give him another drug to solve that causes another problem, then give him another drug to solve that. It keeps the customer coming back. I mean, the patient coming back.
Yeah, and I don't know that necessarily it comes from that perspective in their mind, but the fact that they can't realize that each drug that they're giving is just creating another problem, and that they should seek another source or recommend them out to somebody who would give them an alternative, natural source. I mean, it's kind of mystifying why they don't do that.
Well, mystifying. Why would a doctor give up a customer? Why, if I owned a Ford dealership, why would I send the guy down to the General Motors dealership? I mean, seriously. I mean, these doctors, they look at you as a customer. Why would they send you down the street to somebody else? I mean, when they do that, don't they get referral fees most of the time if they send off somebody to a specialist?
Sometimes they do. I know there have been some laws put in place that try to block that, but it's hard to track that stuff. It is just the way they're trained. It's just how they're trained to approach problems.
So when people come to you and do the diet, now, by the way, if you're listening, I did this protocol, how long ago now, Doc, 15 years ago?
Yeah, it's been around for 16 years, and I think you originally did it right after I developed it.
Yeah, you were in Chicago at the time, and you were just developing this, and you said, I just came up with this idea. I was one of the first guinea pigs to go through the thing, and, well, it's true. You had the thing there. You were kind of reviewing patients and what their response was, and I got to tell you, I'm an incredibly healthy person. I haven't been sick in 25 years, haven't taken a drug in 25 years, but I went through this protocol, and my energy levels, my sleep, my skin, my hair, my nails, all went, through the roof. I couldn't believe it. It was like getting a tune-up and making the car, go 200 miles an hour. For me, it was just a dramatic thing. Are you seeing that with your patients over the last 16 years?
Yeah, that's one of the things we really noticed, that, beyond all the physical changes that take place, there seems to be this process of transformation, which is sort of the linchpin that everybody identifies with. They feel like their life, their body has been transformed. So
people feel better, and these diseases or symptoms that MDs say are either incurable or psychosomatic or in a person's head, they all magically go away, right?
Yeah. That's kind of the default answer to I don't know. Is it's instead of telling you I don't know, they'll say it's in your head.
Yeah, but the person has a real physical problem, but the MD doesn't know what it is and says it's in your head.
Absolutely.
But you're saying a lot of this is caused by this Candida. When they go through your protocol, then the symptoms and the medical problem goes away.
Correct. We see that quite often. It happens with everybody who does the plan. It's because it's what we're addressing. We're addressing this imbalance of the Candida and the imbalance of the immune system.
How does this play into weight loss?
Well, from my point of view, is when you have a lot of systemic Candida, you have a lot of systemic toxicity, and that toxicity causes a lot of water retention. You also see a breakdown in the way the body processes its foods and its toxins. And so you just accumulate a lot of water weight, you accumulate a lot of toxicity within the body fat, and then your body's not going to burn the fat, because if it does, that releases the toxicity back into the system. So it holds the fat, and you just see it accumulate more toxicity, more fat, more water, and people really just get fatter and bloated out.
So when people go through your protocol, what happens to their weight?
The weight goes down. We've had people lose as much as 100 pounds, sometimes just 15 pounds, but definitely the weight loss is there.
Without doing it, without trying to lose weight, just by going through in effect, this Candida cleanse.
Correct. And I'm a big proponent of exercise, but many of these people lose the weight without even exercising.
So just like an automatic side benefit of getting rid of the Candida and improving your health and having more energy and getting better skin, hair, and nails and looking younger, improving your digestion, no more gas and bloating. Just a side benefit is a guy gets skinny.
Yeah, and of course you also have those inherent risks that go with obesity, which is you're going to have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, you're going to have diabetes, everything. Every disease has an increased risk when you're overweight.
If a person wants to get a hold of you, give out your website address.
The website is my last name, McCombs, McCombsplan, McCombsplan.com.
So it's McCombsplan.com. And if you go to KTRadioNetwork.com, we have, I think, a link up there with your website information. And folks, this is something I've gone through. I highly endorse and recommend it. In my book, Natural Cures, one of the things I tell people is you got to go through a Candida cleanse. And I give a whole bunch of people's testimonials in my books about Dr. McCombs' plan, both the weight loss cure book and the Natural Cures book. Dr. McCombs, thanks for being my guest. It was good to talk to you.
Good to talk to you, and thanks for having me.
Have a great day.